Happy quarantine. I hope you're staying home. My mom had gone grocery shopping and today she's gonna teach me how to make mole. You guys, now more than ever, I've been trying to learn how to cook different dishes. I feel like I know like simple dishes, you know, like rice. With Mexican dishes, I feel like I know like the really basic stuff. Kind of. But with the more complicated plates like mole, that one's a little bit more complex. I know some people also buy the mole made already in those like jars and I heard they're bomb. But my mom makes mole from scratch basically and she asked me if I wanted to learn how to make it and I was like, oh my god, yeah, for sure. And this is the perfect time to learn how to cook, y'all. If you want to learn how to cook and if you've been trying to learn how to cook and you've been putting it off for years, I think now is the time to ask your mom like, hey, like I'm down to learn, like how do you do that? Now there's different types of moles. There's all types. I've heard of like all different types from different places in Mexico. If you see something different from the way you make it or you're used to, you know, there's just different types. This is how my mom makes mole. If you want some context of like what it would taste like or what area she's from in Mexico, because I feel like depending on what area you're from in Mexico, you kind of have like similar dishes. I don't know if it's just me, but I don't know. My mom is from Jalpa, Zacatecas, but she was raised in Aguascalientes, in Calvillo, Aguascalientes. So she's around that area. I don't know if that'll help you imagine like what it tastes like. I don't know what I'm saying, but I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like friends that I know that are also from Zacatecas or like Aguascalientes, I feel like our moms cook similar. I don't know if it's just like me noticing that, whatever. That's where my mom's from, man. So if you guys want to learn how to make some mole like my mom's style, it's really good, you guys. I love my mom's mole so much. Let's get into this mole recipe. My mom's taught Myra how to make a few recipes. She asked me if I wanted to learn how to make mole and I was like, yeah, of course. Okay, so we're making... Está haciendo mucho pollo, ¿verdad? Porque son muchos. Son 3 pechugas y 6 más. So 3 chicken breasts and 6 pounds of the piernas, which is like the legs. It's a lot of chicken, you guys. Like if you are just cooking for 2 people or even like 5 people, this is obviously quite a bit, y'all. Like this is a good amount because we have a big Mexican family. Y esto es para como cuántas personas? It's about 9 to 10 of us here in this household, but you know, we like to go for seconds and stuff. So this is gonna feed about 15 people. I'll go ahead and put the measurements on the screen for you guys and split it in half in case you want to make something for, you know, 7 people. But if you guys want to follow this recipe to the T, then you can follow it through the video. But if you want to make half of this, then I'll put the ingredients on here as half. And you saw that she added to this amount of chicken, she added a whole spoon. I would not say tablespoon because it's not exact measurements, but you know, y'all know how Mexicans are. You kind of just eyeball everything. Like a spoon that you would use typically. That's what we added of salt in here. We're gonna put in half an onion and we're gonna go ahead and start this up. Estamos cociendo el pollo primero, ¿verdad? So we are boiling the chicken first. So usually if you boil chicken in general for other meals, that's the first step so far. Just boiling some chicken. It's gonna sit for about 35 minutes and we'll be back. So there's quite a few things when it comes to making mole. A lot of these terms are gonna be in Spanish and I don't know them in English and I'm so sorry. And you could always find these like chiles, for example, like in Mexican stores or like Latin stores, because I don't want to like mess up the names and translate them wrong to you guys and like mess up your recipe. There's quite a few different random things that you add in here. You're gonna be kind of shook at the things that go into mole. If you're definitely like barely looking into cooking, I don't know if this is the first recipe that you want to tackle because there's quite a bit of things to add in it. So you're gonna need some caldo de tomate flavoring. This is exactly what it looks like if you want to get it. So you need peanuts, you need almonds, you need the saltine crackers. What are these called?
Premium, I think it's called.
Like premium crackers, like they're just like the salt crackers. The Maria's cookies, these are so good. I love these with milk, but you're gonna need Maria's cookies. You need abuelita chocolate. You need tomatoes. You need tomatillos. You need half an onion. You need a piece of canela, which is cinnamon. Ajonjole, I don't know what this is, guys, but this is, oh, sesame seeds. So you need these. You need pumpkin seeds. We need cumino. We need, I don't know what the heck comino is in English, y'all. Ese sí no sé qué es en inglés, es comino. Cumin, I think it's cumin. Pimienta, which is obviously, you know, you need pepper. You need some garlic. You need chile guajillo, which is these right here. Chile negro and pasilla. Those are the type of chilies you're gonna need. 3 types of chilies. So when it comes to measurements, I'll go ahead and walk you guys through the actual measurements right now that we get to it. All right, we're taking another cazuela on the side. Aside from the chicken that is boiling right now, it still hasn't been a full 35 minutes. So we're gonna take our peanuts, 1 cup of peanuts, 1 cup of almonds, 1 cup of Maria's cookies. These are so freaking good, you guys. Like these, a mí me encantan esas con leche. ¿A ti no? Sí. So we added a whole pack of these cookies. We're adding a tad bit of cinnamon. Sorry there's paint on my hands, y'all. I'm working on this project and there's paint on my hands for the last couple of days. I'm sorry. But we're gonna add some cinnamon, a little piece. This is about 1/3 of a stick of cinnamon. We're gonna add 2 saltine cracker packs. 2 full packs of that. I'm excited because my mom is literally just telling me like what to add in it. So it kind of feels like I'm making it. Next up, you guys, like I said, this feeds 15 people. We're gonna add some abuelita chocolate. We're adding 4 whole abuelita chocolates in there. In case anyone's watching and thinking like, oh, maybe I could just use regular chocolate. Maybe you can, but this is how my mom makes it. And again, like I said, this is a separate pot while the chicken is boiling. So you're gonna need the pepper, the ground cloves, and comino, and you're gonna put that in here. It was 1.5 teaspoons of ground clove, 1.5 teaspoons of pimienta, which is the pepper, about 1/2 teaspoon of comino. She said it was like a little bit more than half of comino. Okay, ma, ¿ahora qué?
Pues ahorita vas a hacer esto, los vas a cocinar y los vas a pasando para allá. Porque todo esto se cocina. El ajo se cocina, estas se cocinan. Esto se
Y este es la...
Este es más ajonjolí.
Okay.
Mira, yo no sé usar mucho las medidas en medidas así, en trastes.
Está bien.
Pero sí calculo.
Como más o menos.
Es la medida. Todo se va a revolver aquí, todo. Pero ya cocina, ya vamos a ir a...
¿Qué vamos a hacer con esto, pues?
Hervido.
Oh.
Vamos a poner...
Okay, y'all, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. My mouth's teaching me right now. Okay.
Ahorita vamos a hacer esto.
Okay.
Este mismo caldo, cuando este caldo ya esté más o menos cocinado, tú vas a echar caldo en esa rueda.
Okay.
Le vamos a dar una melena como hervida. Pero ahorita tú vas a hacer, todo lo vas a, lo que vas a poner aquí lo vas a ir cocinando y poniéndolo así.
Okay.
Haz de cuenta que vas a poner así un poquito aceite.
Okay.
Así y vas a hacer este.
So this is the sesame seed, also known as ajonjolí. ¿Cómo se llama?
Ajonjolí.
Ajonjolí. Sesame seeds. And these seeds, we're gonna put them in a separate pan. So leave this aside for now. We're not gonna get to this now. Now we're gonna add in the sesame seeds.
Fry it a little bit until it gets a little golden.
The pumpkin seeds, we're using about this much. Again, like I said, it's really hard trying to make these Mexican recipes with exact measurements, but we're using a little bit over 1/2 cup of pumpkin seeds. We also went ahead and added the pumpkin seeds. My mom mentioned that you could do both of them together. You don't have to wait for the rice. You don't have to wait for the sesame seeds to be fried. You could just go ahead and add the pumpkin seeds. You could add them both together to begin with. And we added a tiny bit more oil just because we didn't have enough. But we're just gonna fry these up together. Now that this is nice and golden, I'm gonna go ahead and pour this into all my ingredients over here. See? See, saying? So we pour that into here, and I hope you guys are keeping up because I know it's a lot. But going back to the same pan that we poured that into there, we're gonna go back to here. We poured some more oil. We left the flame on because now we're gonna guisar the chiles. We still got the chicken over here, so if you're kind of lost right now, we still have the chicken boiling in one pot. We have all these mix-ins. We just fried the sesame seeds with the pumpkin seeds, and then we poured them into the other mix. Now we're frying all the chiles together. It doesn't matter if you put them in mixed. If you're making less, you should be able to fit them, but since it's a lot for us, we're gonna add them in slowly. So it's 20 guajillos, 5 chiles negros, and then also 5 pasilla. You guys, this is a lot to keep up with. So do you see what my mom did? She basically just like toasted them on each side, and then she's putting them into the pot with like the other stuff. So a cool little tip my mom told me right now is that when you start to see them like darken up, that's when they're ready. These are a little bit red still need some more cooking. Okay, so the chicken has a little bit left, but when it's closer to being done, you guys, we're gonna pour some of that caldo into this pot. You're pouring some of the soup from the boiling chicken, some of that broth, you're pouring it into this. ¿No sabes cuánto, ma?
¿Cuánto de caldo?
Ajá.
No, nada más que veamos que la galleta ya se tapó para que se remoje.
Okay.
Y se desbarate también el chocolate.
Okay, so basically until the cookies are covered up, we added enough of the chicken broth from the boiling chicken, enough to fill it up and fill up the cookies, but not to the top, you guys. Now we have the tomatillos, the tomatoes, the onion, and the ajo in here, and we're gonna go ahead and fry that a little bit. Se van a cocer, ¿verdad? You're gonna We're gonna go ahead and cook these up a bit. And we're also gonna add some of that consomme tomato in there. Toda esta? Here, we're gonna add 1 spoon. This is a big spoon, you guys. I would say this is about 2 tablespoons, honestly. It's a pretty big spoon. You see, compared to my hand, it looks about 2 tablespoons. And I'm gonna mix that in. And like I said, you guys, it's really hard to show you exact measurements of how much chicken broth you put in here. But as you can see, everything is submerged in the juice. So that's about how much you need. Yeah. Okay, so now that we're done with this, we're gonna go ahead and pour it into the big mix. It's basically a bunch of stuff in here, you guys. It's a lot of ingredients that go into mole. It's crazy. So we got the flame back up on medium still, and we're gonna go ahead and heat this up a little bit. Okay. We added 4 cups of cold water. It helps it cool down and also gives it some more liquid in general. And then we're gonna put this into the blender. Okay, so looks about ready.
Mira, ¿vas a ponerlo aquí?
Okay. Oh, okay. So, this is another pot. This is where the mole is gonna end up finishing up. So you want something that's gonna fit everything, your sauce and your chicken. The chicken is still cooking, still boiling, almost done. But now that we have the salsa, we're gonna put it into this to like okay. So basically just putting it through one of those I forgot what the word is. ¿Cómo se llama eso otra vez? Colar.
Es como una coladera esta.
As you're pushing it through, it's gonna start coming through, but I need to hold it with the other hand, so. As I'm doing this, my mom is putting more of that chile into the licuadora because like I said, we made a lot, so it's gonna be quite a few rounds. Before pouring the sauce, we put some oil in there. And same process, just doing the same thing until we get all of that stuff blended. We got all the sauce in here now. We're gonna let it boil. And we're putting all the chicken to the side because it's ready already. We're gonna let this boil, but as we're letting it boil, now and then you do want to go ahead and stir it because you don't want everything to get stuck at the bottom. You don't want anything sticking at the bottom. It is gonna get thicker, so you want to make sure that, oh yeah. Also, we're adding another 1 or 2 spoons of the tomato consomme because we did need some more salt. That's the thing about these dishes, y'all. You kind of just have to taste it and see what you like, because we did taste it without this extra salt and it was pretty good, but it did need some more salt. So add the salt to your liking. You could always go in with more, even at this stage. My mom just mentioned that it's still consomme de pollo, and I mean it is. It's caldo de tomate. It's basically a chicken with tomato. She said you could use the regular consomme. It does not matter. It's still gonna be bomb. She just has this one right now, and she wants to use this one. But you could use the regular consomme, and it will still be bomb. So you do not need this. So if you're watching this, and for some reason you don't have the tomate one, but you have the other consomme, you could use that with the same measurements, and it would be bomb. Now we're going ahead and adding our chicken. The chicken breast is a little thick. I mean, it's pretty big, so we're gonna add smaller chunks. Get into this mole, y'all. It is so freaking good. What do you think?
I think it's really good.
I mean, honestly, let's be real. My mom literally walked me through every single step, so it was all her. But hopefully I can make it again. Like, yeah. I was learning with you guys because I like have never made this before. I have paint in my hair. Oh my gosh.
I was about to say, the real taste test will be when you make it by yourself.
My real taste test would be, yeah, when I make this on my own without my mom. But I feel like definitely while I edit this, I'll like, it'll hopefully stick in my memory. That's it, y'all. That's how she does it. And that's how my mom makes mole. Like I said, there's different types of recipes. Some people like it more sweet, some people like it more spicy. Like, I don't I don't know, y'all. Like, there's just all different types. And this is how my mom makes it. This is what I grew up with, and I think it's absolutely delicious. Give it a try and let me know if you like it. Make sure to tag me on Instagram if you do. Comment down below something fun that you've done during social distancing that you've been having a little bit of fun with, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.